And now, Bottom Split Theatre. Good evening and welcome to Bottom Split Theatre. You join us here in the commentary box. My name is Tom Ellison. With me is Alex Albert.
Hello.
And working the cameras is Michael Derby. And you join us here on a beautiful summer's day at Jefferson Circuit at Summit Point near Washington, D.C., ready for some Mazda Cup action. Why don't you take us through the grid, Alex?
Sure. So starting on pole will be Matt Reed. Starting next to him would be Aaron Topple. In the third position, Christopher Nolte. And in fourth would be Jason Mixel. In the fifth position is Brooks Ezel with Gustavo Gomez starting in the sixth position. Jose Horta in the seventh position. Also signed up for this session, but it doesn't look like going to be making the start in grid. Derek Pierce, Reno Souza, John Fletcher, and Jeff Sutton.
Yeah, some disconnections and entrance failing to join the session there. Looks like we only have a grid of 7 ready to take the green flag in this race, but that doesn't mean we're not going to see some racing action here. These are Bottom Split Theatre's finest. They are rookies. They are ready to make their mark in the motorsport world. So we're waiting here for the green light. Looks like waiting for a
five
couple
cars.
Of
Five cars in one. I expect once we get our 7, they will let them go since that's all that are here. About 20 seconds. There's 6. Need one more. Looks like the 4th position.
Third
position. Christopher Nolte.
Number 1 car in the session, qualified 3rd, and he's making us all wait here on the grid while he joins. He may have stepped away for a brief moment. That can happen. Call of nature.
Or is he going to start from the pits?
I
think he's taking a pit start.
Oh,
yep,
well,
he's in the pits.
Yeah, he's in the pits. He's
Engines are up.
Guaranteed some action. Here we go.
And there's the green. Now they're away.
And a good start from the front row there from Matt Reed, getting away well. Coming down to turn 1. He has a nice lead and some fighting behind them as chop across the track there. But relatively clean through the first corner there. Bit of side-by-side action.
Whoa, and we see one car go sliding off through the grass.
That there is Brooks Ezel. Didn't quite see if there was any contact there. I'll take a quick look, but I don't think so. I think he was a little overeager on the throttle pedal coming out of the first corner there, got sideways, and it came around on him. Did well to avoid any contact, and he's going again with no damage. But up front...
And Matt Reed is headed towards the carousel for the first time through. A little flick to the right, then back to the left, onto the brakes, winding around here 180 degrees up the hill and around the bend.
Yeah,
nice
tidy.
line.
Nice tidy line there from Matt Reed, your leader. He trusts the line in the lead. Following up behind him, we have Aaron Topal, Gustavo Gomez. These top 3 already putting out a bit of a lead. Impressive opening lap there. We see Jason Mixel coming across the line in 4th place.
Yeah, Brooks Ezel had another little problem there coming through the carousel. So Christopher Nolte is able to pass his first car here after the pit start.
He'll be looking to make a mark here, I think. And number 1 car, not the fastest in qualifying, but I think he's trying to save that safety rating and make his way up through the field as quickly and as cleanly as possible.
Yep, and with 15 laps, I think he's going to make his way up through the field a little ways. I'm not sure that he's got anything for the top 2, though, especially not our leader, Matt Reed.
Matt Reed, the 6th, is definitely showing some good pace here, pulling away nicely from Aaron Topal in 2nd. Last lap was 55.8. That's only 1/10 off his qualifying lap. And Aaron behind him could only manage a 56.7, so that was almost a second faster that lap. And we appear to have dropped Gustavo Gomez, who had a bit of an incident on that lap.
Yeah, now it was way back there and 10 seconds behind the leader. Falling back into the clutches of Jose Horta.
Yeah, some connection issues here from Gustavo Gomez. Ping of 250, which not a great sign.
Jose Horta had a moment there and went off track.
Yes, he did. He was very wide coming through the long left-hander turn 3.
Here comes Jason Mixel, looking to mix it up, taking a look inside as they run down the backstretch.
Yeah, Horta just made an error there, got a little wide, and that's cost him a lot of momentum through his lap, given Mixel a decent opportunity to come past him and into fourth place. These guys battling it out across the line. Mixel now into fourth. Horta fifth, just behind him, half a second behind, looking to make a move back under brakes into turn one.
This is our best battle.
This is the best battle on the track so far. Reed and Topal are out front, first and second. Gustavo Gomez is safe in third, and this is the battle for fourth, and it's heating up nicely. What do you reckon here, Alex?
I think that Jason is going to prevail here. I think Jose just seems to be a little bit more tentative, not so sure of himself.
I agree.
And there's one thing that a successful racing driver needs to be, and that's sure of himself.
That's ego trumps all in this game, and if you're not sure of yourself, then no one else is going to be.
That's right. So I think that's going to be the difference here. Even though Jason Mixel is a lower-rated driver, I think that confidence in the way he's taking the corners tonight is going to be what propels him ahead after 15 laps, long laps here in the Jefferson circuit.
And that was a decent time from Jose, 57.1.
He's learning a thing or two.
And maybe he's learning a thing or two. He's getting better. Certainly not appearing to be overawed by the situation.
No. Jose made a few mistakes early in the race, but I think now that he's calmed down a little bit, maybe let the tires cool off, seen the line that Jason's running, he's still got a shot at podium here.
Yeah, Gustavo Gomez on the previous lap ran a little wide again. We saw him lose some more time. So he's falling back towards this battle for fourth place at the moment. I think to your point, Jose, you know, he's calmed down. He made a couple of mistakes. And now he's had a car to follow who's running fairly sensible, consistent lines. And that can help calm down a driver and get him back into a rhythm. Hopefully he can find some speed and consistency as the race wears on.
But up front, we see Matt Reed continuing to stretch it out here, starting to lap traffic with Brooks Ezel. Brooks had a little bit of an eventful race here tonight. Whoa, and is he going to leave plenty of room? He does. He stays out wide there. Lets our leader slip through. I don't think he cost him any time. That was very nice there.
Yeah, you see a little bit of damage there on Brooks' front right quarter panel. That's going to cost him a little bit of steering input through these tight corners, and doing well just to stay out of the way and continuing on his own way to rack up some laps and some experience.
And see Aaron Topple there working his way through turns 1 and 2. Our second place runner, he's about 6 seconds behind your leader. No one says anything for Matt Reed tonight. Back in third is Gustav Gomez, with the spicy battle that I want to keep an eye on, turning up right behind him here with fourth and fifth. Yeah,
and Mikazan and Horta in fourth and fifth were just about a second lap quicker than Gomez in the previous lap. They're soon about to involve him in their own little battle here. This could get spicy indeed. So let's keep our eyes on third, fourth, fifth at the moment. I think Gomez will be feeling the heat soon enough.
Yeah, with 8 laps to go, I don't think Gomez can stay in front. Jason and Jose are just charging a little bit too hard here. As you can see, now they're to the bumper. Ooh. Literally to the bumper. Oh, and Jason runs a little wide. Oh, and that... I'm not sure if that forced Gustavo off, but...
I think there was a little bit of contact there on entry.
Hard to believe that caused him not be able to make the turn that much later, but either way, he did hit the wall, suffered a lot of damage. You can see that he can't get it to go straight. He's going to pit here, take a quick fast repair.
Yeah, I don't think that touch hurt him enough to put him off into the barrier. I think it may have just distracted him, as we see Gustavo Gomez taking tires as well as a fast repair. Can never be too careful in these. Well,
he could have got a flat back there. You know, he did hit the wall pretty hard.
That's true. I think he just got distracted by the cars braking a little bit later than he was used to. Got a little bit of a touch that unsettled the car, and that distracted him enough that he forewent his turn in for the second phase of that corner.
Yeah,
And
he
ended up
pretty
on the
much
grass.
drove straight. Just drove straight through right into the barriers. It was like power steering loss.
We see here the third and fourth place cars now, Mikkelsen and Horta coming past the pit lane where their erstwhile colleague Gustavo is still receiving the attention, getting a full tank of fuel, and we're very close into turn one there. Horta getting very close to the right rear of Mikkelsen, and this battle is the one to watch.
Yeah, I may have spoke too soon. I think Jose does have a shot at the podium. Oh, and I'm starting to give him the commentator's curse there.
The Thacker's commentator's curse from previous BST events that we've seen. These two are on the limit. I think they're running fairly consistent laps now, looking good, and looking to continue this battle all the way to the flag. And we've had disconnection. Brooks Ezel has retired from the race.
All right, coming around for 6 to go. Let's do a ride along with the Jose Horta here as we come around to start lap number 11. No, lap number 10.
And some excellent on board there from Horta for that lap. He's diving in deep on the brakes into Mikkelsen, possibly trying to, what do you reckon? Ooh, bucket loads of opposite lock there as well. I think maybe trying to gain a psychological advantage over Mikkelsen here and maybe force him into an error.
Yeah, he seems to be down a little bit on horsepower compared to the 9 car, but man, he really gets into the corners well. Having trouble getting off the corners, losing that forward drive, and that cost him a lot there. Jose Horta, big loss there coming out of the twisty bits. But you know what? His fortunes have turned in his direction.
Oh!
I don't think they made contact, and that's due to the good brakes on Horta's machine.
Yeah, full credit to Horta there. Mikkelsen made a mistake coming through the fast left-hander and then came back across the track in a very aggressive move to try and prevent Horta from taking the position. Horta decided that discretion was the better part of valor, slammed on his brakes and avoided contact. Credit there to Horta for that. That was not a sporting move from Mikkelsen, but I don't think any love lost here for the battle to the flag.
No, sir. And as we see Mikkelsen really climbing up the curbs, Horta struggling to find a place to go around. I think he's a little quicker through some parts of the track, but he just can't get it done. I think his best move is going to be a late braking attempt into turn 1 here.
I agree with you entirely. And as you saw from when we were on board for that lap, Horta deciding to brake late and to turn in early to try and unsettle Mikkelsen, I would counsel that maybe would be better focused concentrating on the exit of the corner to get a run alongside him. Maybe a later turn in. So we'll see what he comes across. Mikkelsen driving to the limit there, coming out of the final corner.
It's amazing the power on oversteer these guys are able to wring out of these cars. It's not something you normally see in the Miatas. Ooh, and you can see the 9 car there flashing his brakes. I'm not sure if that's an indication of braking assist or if he was trying to send a Morse code to the driver trailing.
I think it was just a little bit of a warning there not to get too close. You don't know what I'm going to do. But Horta not heeding that warning at all.
Very close on his bumper, but that's where he's going to have to be if he's going to get alongside. He can't give up 100 meters.
Yeah, and he's close here. Mikkelsen running slightly wide, getting some oversteer here, and it's going to give Horta a chance to get alongside. I don't think he's quite close enough. But he's certainly going to keep bobbing around in the mirrors, having a look, trying to unsettle the car ahead.
There he went with a little bit later of a turn in. It was a little too late. Drifted out into the gravel.
Did well to save it, to be fair. The camber through there can be tricky, can throw you off into the barrier, as we saw earlier from Gomez.
And it's not over here. 2 laps to go. Put your head down, son.
Yep. Concentrate, get it back into the groove, run your lines. And as we see, Mikkelsen making a mistake. Again, it's turn 1, running a little bit wide and then driving over the curb. Interesting line there on the exit. He's right back with him again.
Just where he was the lap before. Now, let's not get gives him a tap.
He's given him a tap, and he's shuffled him off the racing line into the valley. Mixel's coming back at him. He's going to try but he can't. He can't get back to him.
Mixel was more worried. It looked like about retribution and getting back to the racetrack. And once they got up to those kind of speeds, he just wasn't able to hang on in the grass.
Yeah, coming through the long left-hander there, we see Horta just getting into the bumper of Mixel there, and gently giving him a little touch.
All right, well, back up front here on the last lap, last time through the carousel, it's going to be tonight's winner, Matt Reed 6, flag to flag victory. Good job, Matt. Let's get on back to, let's see where Aaron Topple is. He's 20 seconds behind at the start of that last lap. Coming down the backstretch here, approaching the carousel.
Yeah, nice drive from Matt Reed there out front, and untroubled really. No mistakes, no issues, 21-second win.
Jose Horta going very slow on track here. He will be the last car on the lead lap. I think he might be worried about Jason Mixel, who's
waiting for him in the final corner.
I believe he is.
Okay, let's watch how this plays out. And he's going to go for him. And he's waiting. But he's saying he's going to go. And he's got it. Straight. Now reverse quickly.
He might lose a position here.
Cat and mouse here. He's
there. There he goes.
Gone for it.
Very well done, Jose.
Baked out the
live to fight another day.
Attempts of Mixel there in the manner of a Iberian matador. Jose Horta takes 3rd place eventually after that rather eventful final corner. And we've got a car running wide. He's going to hit the back of Mixel and take out another driver. Oh my God, it's all going off. That was Gomez and Topal, in fact. Topal on his cool-down lap, Gomez on his final racing lap, both collected by Mixel on the exit of the corner. And we're seeing some chatter now as the drivers come back to the pit lane. Mixel is not pleased with Horta's actions there. And I think this one could go to the stewards all day. What do you reckon, Alex?
I think the stewards are not going to look kindly upon the way that Mixel tried to handle that. His between the language and the actions on track is never going to work. Did Horta turn him? Yeah, maybe. Did Horta tap him a few other times to let him know he wanted by? Yeah. But
I mean,
that looked like racing, and I think that the stewards will see that as racing.
I agree.
Stopping on track on the last lap to wait on people, and then doing George Carlin's 7 words you can't say on TV skit in the paddock after the race is probably not going to serve you well with NIM.
I don't think that goes over well with the stewards. And as we saw earlier in the race, I mean, Mixel came back onto track, onto line. Horta had to brake hard to avoid him and did.
Yeah, and he should thank him for not destroying his car there.
Right. So I'm going to put the blame on balance to all those things to Mixel for the issues that we've seen tonight. But entertaining episode of Bottom Split Theatre. Matt Reed with the commanding win. Topal in 2nd place, rounding out the podium. Jose Horta, my driver of the day. What do you reckon, Alex?
Yeah, I think he definitely deserves it. Horta, he was the Dick Insider hard charger and the driver of the day, up 4 positions from the start. That's what more could you ask for? So hope to see more of you next week, Jose.
I agree. Thank you all for joining us, Bottom Split Theatre. Thank you to Alex for commentary duties in the booth, and thank you for Michael Darby working the cameras and giving you the replays. Good night.